Module 7, which is Chapter 9, Interest. How much interest would you owe for 8 months on a $200,000 loan at 6%? Okay, well, let's figure out the interest. 200 times 0.06 equals 12,000. That's per year. So let's divide that by 12 months, and that gives us 1,000 per month. How much interest would you owe for 8 months? Times 8 months gives us a total of 8,000. What is the balance of $120,000 simple interest loan after the first monthly payment of $643.70 is made? The interest rate is 6%. We need to start by figuring out what our monthly interest payment is. So 120 times 0.06 equals 7,200. But that's per year. That's per year. So we divide it by 12, and that gives us 600. Let's see, 7,200 divided by 12 is 600 a month interest. So if we made a payment of $643.70 and we subtract 600 for interest, that means that our principal payment is $43.70. So if we take our 120 minus our principal payment of $43.70, that gives us 120 a loan balance of $119,956.30. What is the quarterly interest payment on a short-term consumer loan of $41,300 if the annual interest rate is 6.75%? 6.75% equals 0.0675. So 41,300 times 0.0675 equals 27.8775. We need a quarterly interest rates. There's 4 quarters in a year, so let's just divide that by 4. Gives us a quarterly interest payment of $696.94. What interest rate was charged on a signature loan of $6,000 if the payback was $62.10 at the end of 60 days? Okay. So let's see. We had a $6,000 loan, but we paid back $62.10. So that means we had $210 in interest payment. Okay. But that was for 60 days. So that was for 2 months. So let's divide that by 2 to say we paid $105 interest per month. Okay, well, let's look at it annually now. So if we paid $105 per month, what did we pay per year? $1,260. So now we can figure out the interest rate because it's based on a year. So if we have $1,260, we're going to divide that by our loan amount equals 0.21. since we need an interest rate, which is a percent, we times that by 100, and we see this was a 21% interest rate. Probably a credit card at that high of a rate. A buyer borrowed $168,000 to purchase his home, which requires monthly P&I payments of $1,705.39. His balance after the first payment is made is $167,529.61. What annual rate of interest is he paying? Well, first off, let's see what our difference is. So we have 168 minus 167,529.61. So that means that our difference there, which is going to be our principal, is $470.39. That's our principal. So if I say my monthly payment of P&I is $1,705.39, and I know that $470.39 of that is principal, then that leaves me with an interest payment of 1,235.54. That's my interest payment. So if I take that per month and I multiply it by 12 months, then my annual interest payment is 1,235.54 times 12 is $14,826.48. Now when I divide that by my amount borrowed, which is 168, and that gives me 0.08. I need a rate, so times 100 equals, oh, that was 0.088. So that gives me 8.8%. What will the monthly interest payment be on a $175,000 loan at 6.5%? 175 times 0.065 equals 11,375. That's per year. It wants my monthly interest payment. So I'm going to divide that number by 12, get my answer of $947.92. A borrower was charged $15,000 annual interest on a $200,000 interest-only loan. What annual interest rate was she charged? Annual, so that keeps it easy, right? 15,000 divided by 200,000 equals 0.075 times 100 is 7.5% interest. A buyer borrowed $68,000 to purchase a condo that requires monthly P&I payments of $475.25. His balance after the first payment is made is $67,925.99. What interest rate is he being charged? Okay, well, let's figure out what he paid in principal. So 68,000 minus 67,925.99 equals his principal payment of $74.11. So now if I take his P&I payment of $475.25 and I subtract the principal of $74.11, that leaves me with $401.14 is interest. but that's per month. So I want to take my interest times 12 months. That gives me 48.1368 divided by my loan amount of $68,000 equals 0.0707 times 100 to get my percentage equals 7%. What will the quarterly interest payments be on a loan amount of $585,400 at 7 3/4 annual interest? 585 times 7 3/4 converts to 0.0775. Got to do the math on that one. So 585,400 times 0.0775 equals 45,368.50. It wants quarterly, so I have to divide that by 4 because there's 4 quarters in a year. And my quarterly interest payment is 11,342.13. Joe is paying $1,070 monthly principal plus interest on a 30-year loan at 5%. What will his outstanding principal balance be after 2 monthly payments have been made on a $220,000 loan? This is a long one. It's 2 parts. So first thing, we're going to have month 1, and then we're going to have to do month 2, and I'll do it in a different color. Okay, month 1, we have a balance of $220 at 5%. Divided by 12 equals 916.67 interest. Okay, so my monthly principal plus interest is 1070 minus my interest to give me my principal is 916.67 equals 1070 minus 916.67 equals 153.33 principal in my first month. So that means that after my first monthly payment, my loan balance equals 220 minus 153.33 equals 219,846 and 67 cents. Okay, so then on month 2, my loan balance is not that anymore. Now it's 219,846.67 at 5%. sorry, I'm doing the math on my calculator, is 10992.33 per year. Divide by 12 equals 916.03. So now if I take my payment of 1070 and minus 916.03, then in my second month I paid 153.97 in principal. See up here I paid 153.33, so it's gone down it's gone up just a few cents toward paying off my loan. So then my final step is going to be to take my amount, $219,846.67 minus my 153.97, and that equals $219,692.70. So after 2 monthly payments have been made, my outstanding principal balance is $219,692. I know that one's kind of a long one. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm always here for you. Otherwise, good luck on Module 7.